live on YouTube. Starting us up on is the Rumble. Where is the music? There we go. Let's get that playing. Not sure if that's a little loud. Not entirely sure. Anyway, welcome to Weekly Recap. Where's my script? Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the Weekly Recap AKA WWR. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, in other words, for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. I am Xander. We're going to be joined by the Golden here, the Golden Loon here shortly. And you viewer, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just jump into the news today, shall we? Starting us off in Oddity Central, meet Jun He, China's 71-year-old track and field star. So yeah, 71-year-old Jun He recently became the first Chinese man over the age of 70 to run 100 meters in under 14 seconds during a competition that saw him winning 5 gold medals in his age group. Wow, it's impressive. Hey, well, you know,
5 gold medals is always impressive.
Speaking of old people, we're being joined by...
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Golden Loon.
Well, no, like our first story here, 71-year-old track and field. He's the first man over the age of 70 to run 100 meters in under 14 seconds.
Wow.
That's amazing. It says here, Jin Hui became known as China's hardcore uncle after dominating the 2024 China Track and Field Masters, a competition that challenges athletes between the ages of 35 and 84 to compete in a variety of track and field events. It was Jin Hui's second time competing in this prestigious event following his debut in 2023 when he finished second in the 100-meter race with a respectable time of 15.26 seconds, but he somehow managed to blow everyone away with his performance. Not only did the septuagenarian, whatever, it's a word for 7 decades or things.
70,
yeah. Set a new national record for the 100-meter race in his age group, but he also snatched the gold medal in all the 5 events he participated in. So wow, that's incredible. Look at him. That's one fast old guy.
Yeah.
And it's that, believe it or not, not going to be the only old person story in this in today's show here.
We got an Alzheimer's Day going?
I don't know, but moving on up. Spanish police uses Google Maps images to solve tricky murder case. And I've been seeing this on the rounds of several meme sites that I frequent. Spanish police have credited a recent Google Maps update for providing them with the evidence crucial to solving a murder case that they had been investigating for over a year. The tragic case of a 33-year-old Cuban man identified only by his initials, JLPO, whose remains were found on the outskirts of TWVGH, a town in the Spanish province of Castile and Leon, may soon reach its conclusion thanks to a Google Maps update. JLPO had traveled from Cuba to Spain to visit his wife, who was working in the European country, but soon after arriving in Spain, his relatives began receiving weird texts from him. He told his family that he had met a woman in Spain and planned to throw away his phone, so after they stopped hearing from him completely, JLPO's relatives declared him missing. Parts of JLPO's body, I guess, not nobody, were discovered near a TWVGH cemetery late last year, and investigators have been trying to solve his murder ever since. Although Spanish police have been suspecting JLPO's wife of being involved in his brutal murder, they lack the evidence to prove it. Investigators had information that the victim's spouse had become involved with a local man known as the World of TWVGH, and they suspect that they had planned to take JLPO out of the picture. By tracking the Cuban man's phone, police knew that it had been in close proximity to his wife's handheld, even after the man's disappearance, and the male suspect's reluctance to testify in this case also raised a lot of questions. Okay, well, tell us about...
Yeah,
okay.
How did Google fit into it?
The chances of a Google Maps car capturing a vital clue in a murder mystery are extremely slim, but the chances of capturing 2 such details are almost non-existent. Pardon me. And yet the same car apparently captured the suspect on the main street of TWVGH, pushing a wheelbarrow loaded with what looks like the same large package as the one he later puts in the trunk of the Rover. The only thing that doesn't fit in the investigators' puzzle is that the wheelbarrow doesn't show up anywhere near the red car. So, right here we have an image right here of him pushing a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's pushing
the body.
Yeah, and that looks like a body wrapped in a sheet too. And that's the photo that's been circling the internet here.
Okay.
But this is new to me right here. But yeah, this one, that's what he's putting in the trunk.
Yeah.
So I wish them the best of luck. You know.
Has he been found guilty yet or not?
I don't think they found the guy yet.
Oh.
Like this is just still like trying to identify because now they
finally identified.
They have a make and model of a car.
Yeah.
You know, like that can be a lead. You know, so yeah.
Sounds like the guy had a heck of a wife.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like she's connected some way.
Yeah, I don't know. For further reading, please go into the underbar description below. Links to maybe I should start putting links to these specific stories in the description as well. But like, there's only so much you can put in the description. Yeah. But the links to Oddity Central is there. You can just find it. Spanish police use Google Maps images to solve tricky murder case. So, yeah, go there. Give them the foot traffic. You know, it's their article. I'm just some random dude reading this. Moving on up. Woman takes husband to high court for caring more for pet cat than for her. In a case that recently scandalized the Karnataka High Court, a woman filed a cruelty case against her husband, claiming that he cared more about their pet cat than about her. An Indian woman was scolded by judges in Bengaluru for filing a frivolous cruelty complaint against her husband, in which she mostly complained that the man pays more attention to their pet cat than to her. Justice M. Nagaprasanana observed that no specific allegations of cruelty or harassment were made in the complaint. Instead, the plaintiff focused on the husband caring for their feline more than her, claiming that whenever she confronted him about this behavior, they ended up arguing and hurling insults at each other. The wife apparently also complained about the cat attacking and scratching her several times, and the husband doing nothing about it. Well, obviously, she's jealous of the cat. This lady is crazy.
Sounds like she's a little catty.
Yeah. Boo. Moving on up, man suffers heart attack while doing homework with his son. Oh no.
Oh man.
That's not good. Well, how bad was this problem? You know? It's like, hey, I need to solve this quadratic equation. Like, and just. Chinese man got so angry while tutoring and helping his teenage son with his homework that he suffered a heart attack and almost lost. Wow. So
he got angry?
He got mad. That's not good.
No.
You like.
Why do you get mad?
I can understand getting frustrated, but getting mad to the point of giving yourself a heart attack over your child's homework, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's stereotypical, you know, about Asians and like, you know, working hard and all that stuff. And
how do you know it's an Asian?
Well, it says a Chinese man.
Oh.
So that's an Asian, right?
Yeah, I would say
like,
so.
Yeah. Snowman, the 40-something man from China's Zhejiang province, started experiencing shortness of breath and chest pain while helping his son prepare for senior secondary school entrance exams. Things got so tense between the two that Zhang was rushed to the hospital, where he was diagnosed with acute myocardial infarction. Doctors at the Run Shah Hospital performed emergency artery bypass surgery and managed to save Zhang's life. The cause of the heart attack was attributed to premature coronary artery disease, a life-threatening condition often exacerbated by stress. Okay, so, you know, he had a pre-existing condition, but still, he pushed himself to that point. Like, dude, chill. It's just a homework, you know. Like,
especially when you have a pre-existing condition, you know, to take it easy. What are you doing? Of course, there's a reason why he has a pre-condition.
That is
because he's got to be in his makeup that he just goes off the rail.
That is really ironic hearing that from you.
From me?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Mr. Appendix?
I'm talking about calm.
Yeah.
Fraba.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up, Russian entrepreneurs sell snowman arms online. Okay.
Little sticks of wood.
Yeah, Russian entrepreneurs looking to make a quick buck have started selling twigs online, marketing them as perfect snowman arms and asking up to 5,300 rubles or $50 per pair.
Whoa!
Wow. Russian media recently reported that online classifieds platforms have been inundated with ads for snowman spare parts. Apart from the snow itself, you can buy pretty much anything online, from the hat and carrot nose to the coal eyes and buttons. Wooden Twigs' arms have been particularly popular, with sellers asking from 500 rubles or $4.80 per pair to a whopping 5,300 or $50, discounted from 5,900 rubles. marketed as long-lasting, strong, reliable, and unique. Like snowflakes in winter, the Wooden Snowman arms are said to be the perfect purchase this holiday season. Well, I mean, people will buy anything. I mean,
but you can't go out and get your own twigs. What the heck?
Do not underestimate the laziness of some people. Like,
it takes more effort to order them.
It is sad. Some people out there are truly pathetic, and they probably sold a few dozen of these. I wouldn't be surprised.
Sold 100 of them. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm just seeing if it's not telling me if there's anyone like sold, but anyway, moving on up. What else do we got here? Restaurant has been frying burgers in the same grease for over 100 years. I don't know about that.
Wow.
Dyer's Burgers is a popular Memphis eatery that has been frying its meat patties in the same grease for over a century, claiming it is a secret to its delicious tasting burgers. Yeah, it's probably like giving you like
rancid after a while?
I don't know, man. Like, you'd think that they would start cultivating new viruses in that, in that thing. Elmer Doc Dyer founded his now famous burger joint in Memphis in 1912, betting on a secret mix of seasonings to make the patties irresistible. It worked. People loved Dyer's Burgers, but it wasn't until one fateful night when one of the cooks forgot to change the grease in the pan that they became to die for. Hold on, what's his name? Kendall Robertson, the current owner of Dyer's Burgers, claims that the next day someone came in, had a burger, and said, "That's the best burger I've ever had in my life." That skillet of grease has never been changed since, so all the burgers are still cooked in the original grease that made the restaurant famous more than a century ago. Gross.
Well, they add to it, I guess.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it might be flavorful, but at the same time, as I said, it might be cultivating a new bacteria and life form. And I'd rather not be patient zero. So I'll just go to In-N-Out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, moving on up. Professional back scratchers charge up to $130 per hour. That's pretty interesting.
Sheesh.
Huh. The Scratcher Girls is an unconventional relaxation therapy studio that charges clients up to $130 per hour for back scratching and tracing services. So relaxing they can put people to sleep.
Sure.
Over the years, they've this by we it means like this news source here has featured their share of unusual services here at Oddity Central, from renting fat people by the hour to professional cuddling and human bed warmers. What the hell?
I've heard of professional cuddling on the up and up. They just come in and cuddle with you.
Huh. But renting fat people? Like, doesn't that sound like slavery? Like, come on, get the chunky monkeys. I don't know. Like, fat people. So we can't really say we were shocked about the world's first professional back scratching service. Founded by 55-year-old Tony George, the Scratcher Girls is the world's first back scratching studio, and it has been offering scratching and tracing services for years. George claims that she has always enjoyed getting back scratches, and one day came to the realization that she may not be the only one, so she decided to start her own back scratching service. She has been using the 3-inch long manufactured nails to scratch people's backs ever since, charging up to $130 per hour. Alright, so if you want to go get your back scratched professionally, there is an option.
Feel good for a bit, but I don't know about a full hour, man.
Yeah.
After a while you go, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. But it looks here like they're adding like massage stuff in. This doesn't look like a scratching move.
Well, scratching, or rubbing or whatever they said. But that's not scratching right there. No.
It's probably just like standard massage, but with some scratching added in to be their own little twist.
Well, they also did tracing. This is tracing. What am I starting here?
Yeah. Moving on up, 88-year-old finishes 26-mile marathon, proves age is just a number. Yeah. So.
That's a big-ass number, 26 miles.
Yeah. At an age when most people struggle to move around without a cane or a crutch, 88-year-old Polu Tarshos Polorlikas just completed his 12th consecutive Athens marathon at 26.22 miles or 42.195 kilometers. If you ever need a bit of extra motivation to get up off the couch and go for a jog, remember that an 88-year-old man finished the Athens Marathon, also known as the Authentic Marathon, because that's the actual, what the marathon is named after, the Battle of Marathon. ran from that area to Athens, and at the end proclaimed Nike, which means victory in Greek.
Ah, didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But let's see here. This guy, whose name is I'm not going to try to pronounce again, only took up running at the age of 73 after getting inspired by his son, an ultra-marathon runner. But he quickly became obsessed with it, running 4 to 5 kilometers per day and up to 20 kilometers on weekends. He also finished the Athens Marathon 12 times, and despite getting older, poor Lucas actually managed to improve on last year's performance, 18 minutes faster. Wow. So, wow, he's like, it said you're only as young as you feel. Like,
but he started at 73. That's
yeah,
funny.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and that's the other old person story I was talking about.
Yeah.
So, moving on up.
It's a good one.
Almost perfectly spherical egg auctioned for $250.
That's really unusual to have a round egg like that.
That is a perfectly spherical egg.
Yeah.
An egg bought from a supermarket was donated to a British charity and fetched $250 in an auction due to an unusual feature. It is almost perfectly spherical in shape. The egg was originally found in a dozen bought from a grocery store in Ayr, Scotland, and was purchased by Limburn, Berkshire resident Ed Pownell for $187 via auction house Thompson Roddick Cullen. Powell, who said he bought the egg on impulse after having a few drinks, donated the egg to the Luventus Foundation, a charity that supports young people in Oxfordshire. So he was drunk when he bought it.
I'm buying that round egg.
I mean, hey, that's a good $187 investment because he later sold it for $250.
Yeah.
Made some money from it. The charity group sold the egg as part of a fundraiser auction on website 32 Auctions. Foundation official Ross Rapp said the auction, which included bidding on dozens of other items, raised a total of about $6,250 for the charity. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Round egg, for a charity.
Yeah.
Barbecue company cooks up to 655 pounds of chicken wings.
Whoa.
That's yeah. I wonder if they were flying off the shelves. Barbecue Grill Company celebrated its 50th anniversary by cooking up a record-breaking 655 pounds and 12.8 ounces of chicken wings in Georgia, the state, not the country. Big Green Egg celebrated its 50th anniversary at Eggtoberfest. An Eggtoberfest,
Yeah.
huh? It sounds like a yoke to me. Its annual Grill Expo in Lawrenceville by assembling a team of barbecue chefs to cook up the gargantuan serving of chicken wings on 47 of the company's extra-large Kamado-style grills. The wings were slathered in Ed's famous wing sauce, named for company founder Ed Fisher, before being cooked and officially weighed by Georgia Department of Agriculture personnel. The weighty wings were enough to take the Guinness World Record for the largest serving of chicken wings at 655 pounds, 12.8 ounces. The wings were served to festival attendees, and the remainder was donated to local charity groups. Cool.
Yeah.
So more charity food stuff. Yeah. Move on up. 106-year-old woman stays young with positivity and Fireball whiskey. I love that they have the comma and then just Fireball whiskey.
I'm positive I love my whiskey.
Yeah. Well, what keeps her positive,
Yeah.
Gotta be sloshed. Florence Hackman, who was nicknamed Fireball Flo, wow.
Fireball Flow.
After her love for
love it.
Fireball that's a hot whiskey. So, after her love of the liquor led to the manufacturer sending her complimentary bottles and merchandise for her 105th birthday, turned 106 on Monday at the Traditions of Deerfield Senior Living Facility in Loveland. Quote, I just try to be nice to people and try to go one day at a time, that's all, end quote, Hackman said in a post on Traditions of Deerfield's Facebook page. Continuing the quote here, if you get that one day in, then you can go to the next one. So that's what you've got to do, one day at a time. Think of what I've got to do today. You've got to keep moving as long as you can, end quote. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just plan for tomorrow, but live the day happy, not necessarily like it is like it's your last day, because if you live like that one of those days, it will be your last day. But yeah, life is short, enjoy it. Don't spend any time hating and fighting and all that
Fireball.
crap. Yeah, and a nip of the the fire water will help you along. So moving on up, drone shows giant gingerbread house sets world record. Let's just watch this actually here really quick. Oh, that is cool. That's a drone show. Wow. And it's three-dimensional, so you can see it playing anywhere. Merry Christmas, everyone out there. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Whenever Ramadan is, just whatever you celebrate, just have a happy one out there, guys. This is neat.
Sky Elements ended up with 4,981 drones. It's a new Guinness World Records title. You're 11th.
That's awesome. So, yeah, this is on the YouTube channel. Let's see if it'll load up. No, USA Today. Okay, so moving on up. Detroit Area Library rejects return of book overdue 50 years. What?
Huh. They didn't want it back. Huh?
Yeah. A former Detroit area resident attempted to return a library book that was 50 years overdue, but the library told him to keep it. Chuck Hindlebrandt, who now lives in the Chicago area, said he was recently looking through the books on his shelf when he spotted a copy of Baseball's Zaniest Stars by Howard Liss and noticed it had a Dewey Decimal number on the spine. Hindlebrandt soon realized that he had checked the book out from the Warren Public Library on December 4th, 1974. Oh, wow. The man returned to the Metro Detroit for Thanksgiving and tried to return the book, but he was told the book was no longer in the system, along with any record of his having checked it out. Librarians told him he could keep the book, and he would not be charged a 25-cent per day overdue fee, which have been amounted to $4,563.75 now. Hindlebrandt is now attempting to raise the amount of that waived fee to donate to nonprofit literacy group. Reading is fundamental. I might need their services. He put in the first $457, about 10% of the amount himself, and is trying to crowdfund the rest. That's really cool.
That is.
More donations.
I'm going to give him kudos on that.
Yeah.
Hope he gets that done.
And last but not least, lost lunchbox found at Virginia school after 42 years.
Oh, God. Hope there wasn't food in it.
Oh, Lord.
You still have my sandwich?
Well, let's
Woden
see.
has been reunited with her missing lunchbox.
You know, I'll just read this here. A plumber working at a Virginia elementary school made a startling discovery: a Heathcliff lunchbox lost by a student more than 40 years earlier. Roanoke City Public Schools said in a Facebook post that a plumber was doing maintenance at Fairview Elementary School and came across a metal lunchbox bearing images of the orange cartoon cat. The post eventually came to the attention of the correct Tracy Drain, who lost her lunchbox during her 4th grade year in 1982. So they found the owner.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't find where was it where nobody saw it for 40 years? They don't say.
Well, let's see here. No, it doesn't appear that they say.
That's what I want to know.
Inside, we found a thermos that still smells like hot chocolate. Oh, God.
Oh.
No. An adorable drawing and a tag with the student's name, Tracy Drain. That's kind of weird. A plumber found a lunchbox belonging to somebody named Tracy Drain.
I didn't think of that. I didn't get the connection. You're right.
So, Mrs. Curry's class in room 30. The lunchbox appears to have been made in the early 1980s. But yeah, they're not talking about where they found it. I guess somehow it I don't know, maybe it was behind a locker, like a locker cabinet thing or something.
Yeah.
Because they found all sorts of stuff behind those things, like purses, wallets, IDs, all sorts of stuff. So, but that shall conclude the show for today. Please check the underbar of the description below for anything that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows, although we primarily only do history and news for the time being. But I'm going to hopefully change things soon here. This is actually going to be the last show of this background. We're changing all this stuff around, tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not doing a show tomorrow, but I'd like to get back on regular schedules starting Sunday. So,
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but anyway, so once again, check the description, and for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you viewer are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. I'm just going to do a check to see if we have any comments whatsoever. Nope. Anyway, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Hold on a second. There we go. Whoops.